as more states sign on to this, this may become mandatory in the U.S. But let's talk.
Yep, and it will be mandatory in the U.S., alright? Very soon. Right now, we're in the year Karatma, which I said earlier. But she said that if all states sign to this, then it could become mandatory in the U.S. And right now, these crackers that's supporting RFID, that's pushing it, they're not trying to make it scary right now. They're trying to make it not sound scary by saying, "Oh, it's a choice now. You don't have to take it right now. It's not mandatory." But the scriptures say otherwise, okay? Because it will become mandatory, alright? She just said that if all states sign to this, it will become mandatory. And guess what? The economy is the worst it's ever been. The US dollar is about to crash, okay? And they need some new world currency, That's gonna be their go-to thing. Alright, the RFID. Alright. Once this dollar crashes, the RFID is gonna be the go-to currency, okay?
Talk about these chips, like you can see here, in your bodies. Look, with all technology, you have good and bad sides, right? So there's definitely potential for some good. If you're differently able, if you're perhaps unable to open a door without help, then this will allow you to gain access to your home. If you go to the hospital, they will have all your medical records right there. And then, of course, you have the issue of lost pets. Over the past few years, we've seen these heartwarming stories of owners being reunited with their dogs. This flooded the internet. Even Ohio State University said that dogs with chips are 2.5 times more likely to be returned home. So we're seeing this kind of technology being rolled out worldwide. In Spain, there are certain clubs where you can just use a microchip to skip the line. You don't have to wait in line. In Sweden, there are train tickets where you can just swipe your little hand and you don't have to have a tangible train ticket. And then, of course, there's this Wisconsin-based company called 3 Square Market. It's the first U.S.-based company to implant these microchips into their workers. You could use it to enter the building, to buy food in the company. Let's see what the CEO had to say about this process.
Okay. The vast majority of our employees absolutely love the conveniences that having this chip in their hand really brings. I can log into my computer with this, which I do every day. I can log into my phone with it. I can pay for items if I forgot my credit card or my phone. I can log into work. This is the...
As you can see, he's just thinking on top of his head, about the so-called benefits of having RFID. There is no benefit of having RFID, alright? Plastic metal capsule doesn't go with flesh and blood, alright? If you were supposed to have RFID in you, then you would be born with one, alright? Like I said, plastic metal capsule doesn't go with flesh and blood, alright? But that's just being Edom, okay? That's just the so-called white man being himself, which is evil, right? That's just him being himself. He's against nature, right? So that's why he does stuff like this, alright? Which this is all prophecy anyway, But yeah, there is no benefit of having the RFID in you, alright? All that brings is cancer and death, Cancer, death, and probably another disease, I don't know. But one thing that's worse than that is getting hit by these ICBM missiles, right? Because when our RFID is being made mandatory, it's a package deal, alright? Once you get the RFID, you might seem good for a while, but guess what? The scriptures say that if you get the RFID, the same will have to drink the wrath of the Most High, okay? The wrath of Yahawah, okay? So you get the RFID, then you're pretty much doomed, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Actual size of the chip. I don't know if you can see that, but it is the size of a grain of rice, literally.
So this is the kind of thing that could be really good for humanity, right? We could prevent identity theft. There's microchips in medications where we have wireless capsule that senses.
I get it.
Right?
We got, in fact, here, I'll show the audience what
Sure.
we have here at RT. Like most buildings, we have our own security.
Swipe cards,
Yeah,
for sure.
And I keep ours, it's essentially just a little card, and whenever we walk into certain places, you got to show it, and then the door.
Right, and you don't have to be like, I'm Rick Sanchez and I can prove it because this is my name, my address, my phone number.
No, I mean, it makes sense. It would be nice if I didn't always have to be grabbing my wallet and finding it. So I understand what they're doing, but okay, so that's good, and it creates a certain amount of facility for things. I don't want something in my body, A, and B, I'm uncomfortable with the fact that somebody could be surveilling me at all times.
Right, exactly. There's a huge privacy concern, and this is the type of political ramifications that innovators usually don't consider. Of course, governments and corporations can exploit this kind of data and thus exploit you. But right now, this is not mandatory, right? Employers cannot mandate that you have this in your body. In California, there's actually a law that
Right now, she said. Right now.
Banned the forced implementation of these chips. Just this month, the Arkansas House voted to also ban employers from requiring implants in their employees. But look, with all technology, everything is voluntary until it's not, right? Until it's required.
Exactly.
So they shove this in our faces. There's a lot of mainstream coverage about this sort of trend.
Look how cool, right?
Exactly, and some people are scared of it. People talk about it. Most people hate it as they do now because it's very new. But then you have some people saying, oh, well, it's not so bad. And then, of course, you have the issue of economically forcing people, like if you want to get a certain job or eat at a certain restaurant, you're going to choose to put this in your body. And then we have the case of Jane Goodyear. She was actually fined for failing to microchip her dog. Take a look at this headline. So it's only a matter of time before these types of policies make their way to microchipping your own self. So what we're seeing is increased surveillance, all in the name of convenience, as usual. Right now, we can unlock our phones with our faces, right? No one's putting a gun to your head and saying you have to get this smartphone, but you choose to, and the idea is that, look, soon everyone will have this technology, so I might as well get it early. I might as well jump on this bandwagon, and it really seems like we're looking at a future where everything is going to be networked, tracked, database. Right now we have credit scores. We might be seeing social credit scores.
Do you ever see the possibility in your life, and I know you're kind of like a millennial, so
I am a millennial, technically.
Oh, boy, look at that. You are a millennial. And with pride, she says it. All right. Do you ever see a possibility where you would allow somebody to put something like that in your body?
Right now, no, but I cannot imagine that I can predict this kind of thing. Who knows, if everyone around me had it, if I lived 20 years from now, maybe everyone had it and I wouldn't even think twice.
Yeah, there was a time when we said that we would never have cell phones on us at all times, or we would never always have to use credit cards.
Right,
And
we just need to ask.
And it's become the new normal, right? It's the reality of our times.
We just need to ask who's behind this push, and we'll definitely follow up about that.
Millennial Michelle Greenstein joining us tonight with the Millennial Report.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.
Okay, that's pretty much it on the video, but I want to end it off with this one scripture. This is Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And that's pretty much, and he causes all, both small and great, whether you're a middle class or celebrity, the poor, like a homeless person on the street, from the smallest person in society to the greatest person in society, free and bond, whether you're in jail or out of jail, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Revelation 13:17, that no man might buy or sell, save he had that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to, when the RFID becomes mandatory, which is the mark of the beast, you won't be able to buy anything or sell anything without it, okay? Revelation 13:18, he was wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Yeah, and this pretty much goes to the cracker, to the Edomite that made this thing, right? The guy who made RFID, he has 6 letters. He has 6 names, alright? And each of those 6 names, he has 6 letters in it, alright? I know one of his names is Joseph, but I don't know the rest of the 2, but yeah, he has 6 names and 6 letters in each of those names, alright? So that's pretty much what I want to get into. All praises, Lord, honor be unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi. All praises, Lord, honor be unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Shalom.